Howdy fellas, Steven here with Sunrise W Land and Cattle. In the previous videos we've talked about all the benefits of cattle and chickens. Today we're going to show you how we move them to a new pasture. So we have guest stars here today. So we got Pecos right here, and then we got Hank the Tank. So we're going to use these horses to move the cattle into the next pasture for more grazing land. Let's go check it out. Alrighty, so we're down here. The cattle are back behind this coop in that tree line. So what the objective here today is we're going to run them down this fence line, run them down this road into the next field. So right now they're in northeast. We got to run them through Nutria into Fox Field. We're going to do a little POV video today because our cameraman probably needs two hands on the reins. But I'm just going to shoot as we go, and we're going to kind of see how it does, and hopefully the video is not too bumpy. But let's go get some cows. Alrighty, so now we're over here on the east side. Start getting in here and getting them moving a little bit. There we go, girl. That's just nice and slow. We don't want to spook them. We just want to kind of get them going. It's hot. No need to stress them out. But we just need to kind of work them through this creek right here. There we go. There we go. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. There we go. All right, so we got a calf over here still that's not moving. There we go. Just want to keep them all together. We don't want any calves slipping out behind us and running. All right, there we go. There we go, guys. Alrighty. Easy, Pecos. There we go. So we got them kind of moving, but we have a few more over here. So Pecos and I are going to ride this creek. Get these 3 or 4 moving. There we go. We got her up. All right. Now we got these. We have these going with the rest of the herd. So we're going to cut back behind, ride in that creek again, and get the rest of them moving. There we go. Hardest part's getting them out of the shade. They're nice and comfortable right now. All right, so we kind of got them down the road now, and we're just working them down the road, down the fence line. Cattle will go the path of least resistance, and so that's why we always like to work on the road, because they'll just kind of follow it down until it stops or until we cut them off. But again, the most important thing here is just taking it slow. You don't want to run the cattle, you don't want to stress them, and so just kind of let them mosey along into the next field. And so we got Ethan over here as the flank, just keeping them from running to the right. I'm taking this backside and just keeping them moving. But you can see I'm pretty far back, so that way I'm not putting so much pressure on them that they're running. They are working their way into Fox. They see the fresh grass, so they kind of took off and started going. So the field they were in, that northeast, that's probably one of our worst fields right now. And so we moved them pretty quickly through there, and it needs some work still. But this Fox, this is one of our better fields. And so they're actually going to be in here for about 30 to 45 days, probably just moving them to 1-2 acres at a time. And so the first thing cattle do when they go into a new area is they're going to walk the fence line. They're going to figure out what they got, where the grass is, and where the water is, and they're kind of going to graze as they do it. So we make sure that they always have shade and they always have plenty of water and plenty of food. So they're going to come through here and just kind of start grazing and doing their deal. Alrighty, so now that we have the cattle moved, it's time to move the chickens. So we made sure to get the eggs out of the conveyor so that way when we move it, they don't crack. All we have to do is put up this ramp right here. Watch out. Which way are you going? All right, you go that way. And then now we'll move the coop through the field to the next location. Alrighty, so as you notice, we did not move the coop with the chickens inside. It's actually easier on the chickens to just follow behind the coop rather than shake them up as we're driving through a bumpy field. And then we always point the coop north-south, so that way there's always shade on one side of the coop to help kind of protect them in these hot days. Now this is how we move the animals through a field. After this, we're gonna come through this field, aerate it, and put worm tea down, which leads to the next video, which is all about worm tea and what worm tea even is, which I've been really looking forward to talking about. So make sure you tune in at that next week's video so we can talk about all about worm tea. We'll see you next time. Thank you.